today we're doing a little fun video, battle of the thumb buttons. Just full disclaimer, I'm not here to shit on any of these companies. I bought every single one of these thumb buttons, and I've used every single one of these thumb buttons, and I like every single one of these thumb buttons, but there are differences to each of them. So if you are maybe on the fence about whether to buy one or the other, or you're not quite sure, maybe what we talk about today will help you make a decision. As most people do, I started off with a wrist release. About a year into it, I want to say, maybe even less than that, I went to thumb button. And the first thumb button I picked up was the Carter Wise Choice. This is a very, very popular thumb button across the archery community. You cannot go wrong with anything made by Carter or by Scott or by Stan. As far as I'm concerned, they are all premium companies in the release market, but there are differences. This is the original Carter Wise Choice. They have made an updated one. I believe it's called the Carter Wise Choice 24 because they updated it in 2024. And from what I could see at first appearance, they've added an extra adjustment piece at the thumb barrel mechanism so that you can adjust it even more to give you more angles to fit you properly. So this is a 3-finger release. It is not a 2-finger. It cannot become a 4-finger. It is a 3-finger release. That's the way it's designed. The way that you load this one is it has a one piece of metal that just drops across and locks onto your string. So if we're using this D-loop, this is a knock-on shot trainer. You just throw the loop in here. So if you were putting this on your string, you lock it. That bar is going to go right down across and lock onto the D-loop, and you can leave it hanging there should you choose. And then as you anchor and get ready, draw back and go through executing your shot, that mechanism is going to move out of the way, or as the mechanism goes off, that bar is going to move out of the way, and you are going to be free of your string. Now, I have had friends of mine say that they've had D-loops get chewed up by this particular release. I have not had that happen to me at all. With this particular one, there is another one that I did, but we'll get there. There is some adjustment in the barrel positioning. It can roll up, it can roll down. So if you need something that's like a little tighter in like a fist, you can definitely adjust that. Or if you like it a little farther out, definitely do that as well. But that's about it. You can't do very much more than that. And that's fine, because again, this has been around forever. And as these newer releases come out, they're making adjustments and making it even more adjustable and customization for the person shooting. So you can adjust the travel and the timing on this, and there is a lanyard spot as well. So that is the Carter Wise Choice. This thing is built like a tank. I have let this go a couple of times. I'm not proud of that, but that's the reality. I'm sharing my experiences with you. I did let this go twice, and it went for a ride, and it's perfectly fine. Again, built like a tank, not going to let you down. That's the Carter Wise Choice. I then moved to the Scott Apex Core. Scott Apex Core has got a little bit more adjustability to it. You can remove this and make it a 2-finger. You can add a 4th finger attachment to it, which comes included. It also has a smaller barrel attachment, which comes included. You can also adjust by loosening these screws. You can adjust this barrel in various different positions to suit yourself. This is a hook design, so instead of having the piece of metal bar that comes down, this is going to be a hook that you're going to set. So the difference here being with the Wise Choice, you have to literally get the D-loop in there and then close it. With this one, you have to preload the mechanism, get it onto your D-loop, and then close the hook yourself. Once you do that, then you're good to go. and then you can execute your shot. Once the mechanism goes off, the hook moves out of the way and you're free to go. Now, again, lots of adjustability with this one. Like I said, you can add another finger, you can remove it to make it 2 fingers. Lots of adjustment with the barrel. There's going to be timing and travel adjustment with this one as well. As I forgot to mention with the Wise Choice, it is a closed finger, index finger, which some people may like. That's a little added security, knowing that you're kind of locked in there, which is good. Same with the Apex Core. The Apex Core does give a little bit of a ting when it goes off. It's not enough to really be a bother, for me anyway, but you can, if you listen, you can hear it. It resonates a little bit. Ting. Kind of like that. Again, haven't had any issues with it in that regard with the noise, but it is there. Not a big deal. The one issue I did have with this, now I don't know if it's maybe the D-loop material I was using or the angle at which this hook was set, but this is the only release I've had other than the caliper style wrist trigger that has totally destroyed a D-loop. This chewed up my D-loop so much that I actually punched myself in the face one day when I saw a tiny bit of fraying. It didn't even look like it had gone through very many strands to be an issue. And then after noticing that, I drew back and wham, I got punched right in the mouth. So again, I don't know, there's no real sharp edges from what I can find. You may want to go over and just have a look at it and make sure that if you do pick this one up that it is nice and smooth. Again, I don't know if it was the material. I was using regular D-loop material, but I don't know if it was, again, the angle at which it was depressed or how it was positioned or what, but this is the only release I've ever had. Again, I said, other than the caliper ones that slowly open, that completely destroyed a D-loop on me. Other than that, fantastic release, tons of adjustability. Moving on to the Stan Onnex Clicker. This is a new one for me for this year. I absolutely love this release for a number of reasons. I love the sage green color. There's tons of adjustability. Again, as the others, there's timing and travel adjustments. It does come with a thinner barrel, as does the Scott, but it also comes with a longer post. So I've added the longer post on here to give me a little bit more real estate up here. Otherwise, you're going to be kind of crunched in with the smaller post. Again, you fit it the way that you need to suit you best. It does come in various sizes. This is the extra large. I believe it's small, medium, large, extra large. Most people will probably be in the medium and large. I got big hands, I'm a big guy, so I went with the extra large and it's been perfectly fine for me. So post, longer, shorter, barrel, thinner, thicker. The index finger is not closed. That doesn't bother me. It might bother some people, it doesn't bother me. There is a timing and travel adjustment here. And then with this one, you've got the hook. Then you've also got this talon that moves in and out. So once you set it and lock that hook, you simply put your D-loop in between the bottom talon and the locked hook, and you're set, good to go. This can be removed to make it a 2-finger. It can also be adjusted forward, or you can remove it and add the 4th finger adjustment. Very cool feature is this little knob right here. When you have this as a 3-finger drawn back, your pinky naturally just rests on that shelf, which is really, really awesome and very comfortable. You don't have to worry about your pinky kind of going all over the place. It just sits right there on that shelf. And then as you depress the trigger, you're going to hear a click. That's when you know it's about to go, and then it goes off. So you've got that little click in there as a reminder, okay, here we go. It's go time, shot's about to go off, which is a nice feature that I really like to have. I have had times, and again, this is all mental around your shot, but I've been drawing back, and I'm a single digit manipulation shooter, which means that I slowly depress the thumb on my own. I can stop it, I can start it, but I can do that motion to create my surprise shot. And I have caught myself at times getting caught where I'm like, okay, I think this should have gone off right now. Why isn't this going? Maybe I should just hammer on the trigger. But with this one, what happens is you just wait for that click. As soon as you hear that click, it's like a reminder, okay, here we go. Bam. Another cool feature is that when you have it loaded, ready to go, you're at your full draw, and you get to that click, if you want to stop, all you got to do is take your thumb off the barrel and let down. Or you can take your thumb off the barrel and you can hit the button and reload it, and it's not going to go off. Click, boom. Another cool feature that comes with this is there's a little screw that you can put into the barrel that you can use to screw into the end here, and that's going to lock your hook in the closed position. So if you want to do multiple reps and not have to worry about maybe having the release go off, maybe you're practicing in the house and you don't have a shot trainer, you want to use your actual bow, but you don't want to actually shoot anything, you can lock that hook and go through and use the click, actually go through and hear the mechanism go off, but that hook will not open. So that's another cool feature. Just want to take a quick break to talk to you about a couple of things that I've been using that I think might benefit you. One is this Numa Outdoors gear. This is in their Kaza OV pattern, which is great whitetail pattern when you're up in a tree in the fall and late season. They also have a Kaza pattern which has more green in it, which is good for spring through to the fall. Numa has given me a code to give to you of Caribou Media 20, which will save you 20% at checkout. Another product here that I've been using for years now is the Bulldog targets. This is a Canadian made target. They're made in Manitoba. They have a lifetime warranty. I've used that warranty twice now on a couple of my larger targets that are outside. It's very simple, very easy. These targets are 2-finger removal every single time, which is incredible. Field point only target. Bulldog's been gracious enough to give me a 20% discount code to give to you at checkout. Use code BD20-Caribou-Media. That'll save you 20% on these awesome targets. Now back to the show. Here's the weight in ounces of the Carter Wise Choice. Looking at 3.5 ounces. The weight of the Scott Apex Core, 3.35 ounces. Weight of the Stan Onnex Clicker, 4.2 ounces. So again, the winner here is the one that you want to use. For me, it's the Stan Onnex Clicker. I love this release. I can't wait to use it. I have taken it out in the field. I've not shot anything with it yet other than a target, but I do love it, and I'm hoping that this is going to improve my accuracy even more come this 3D and hunting season. So that's why I've gone with this particular release this year. And again, that click is so minimal. For those of you that are wondering, I don't think it's loud enough to actually have an animal hear it, in my opinion, but I don't have anything to back that, yay or nay. But it's very, very it's quieter than the actual mechanism sound of the release going off. So there you go. So again, all of these releases are a good choice. It's up to you which one you want to get. If it's any of these, there are tons on the market, but definitely 3 very, very, very good choices right here. Again, you can't go wrong with Carter. There's a variety of different selections of releases to choose from. Same goes for Scott if you're looking for a little bit more adjustment than the original Carter. Like I said, Carter has come out with an updated one, but if you want even more than that, take a look at the Scotts, take a look at the Stans. The Stan, I think this Onnex series the clicker. The Onnex series comes as a hinge, as a button, and as the clicker with the button. So there's 3 different ones to choose from. There's also a heavy metal version of the clicker. So if you want, it's like a gold version, which weighs significantly heavier from what I understand than this one. So if that's something that you want, check that out as well. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more videos like this. I appreciate all of you following along and subscribing and joining the community. There's going to be a whole lot more coming. There's going to be more podcasts coming and more gear reviews coming. So stay tuned for those. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.